Well, here we are at a somewhat of an intermediate step. Pretty much did this fender and about half the hood. I got this all cleaned up good here and everything out of it. I got all the dents out of this door. That's where the mirror goes. Bottom of the door is pretty good. I need to do this little side here. We did the roof. I got a few little things in it still. I pretty much finished up this back part here. Looks like I have one dent still right there. Primer's not real dry. And I probably need to work on this little section right around the tire here a little more. But this tail light section's all good. Got this whole fender here, little tiny dents, but glazing putty will take everything out this left. Got the tailpiece all done, and I'm up to this side of the fender. This one's got a, looks like a dent in it. If you look at this one, it's nice and smooth. So I got a little work to do on that. Along this side, I've got a guide coat of primer on all my Bondo down here on the wheel. I don't think there's too many dents in this door. I did this front fender here, and it's like the final skim coat of Bondo on it. So basically I've got a rear fender and a door to do, and half a hood to get this all primered up. I'll finish that tomorrow probably. And then it'll just be a matter of finding little tiny stuff, spot puttying it up, and then wet sand the whole thing. I'll be able to paint it. This is a mistake of, just keep going. This is a mistake of non-hardening paint. You put it on a bumper, I put Bondo on it to try to harden it, and it wouldn't work, so now we got to scrape it all off, try to prime it again. Moving along on this, I had to completely restrip this bumper here because that old primer never hardened up. The Bondo it just scraped off. So we cleaned this up yesterday, put another thin skin of Bondo on it, put some primer on it, finished up this hood. I decided to get rid of my Ford script in there, Bondoed that. I need to do a little something with that. I sanded a few little places on this fender, but the hood looks real nice. I got a little final touch-up to do on it, but basically it looks good. This fender here, I've got a couple little places that needs a little final touch-up. Need to sand this door, prime it. I've pretty much sanded this cowl here. Need to pull the windshield things off and prime it. I've pretty much got this all straight where around the wheel. I've got a couple little more places in here. This tail piece here needed a little reshaping, and it had a little dent there on the tail light. Shouldn't be too much trouble to sand this off now. I've got a few little dents and stuff here. It needs to be cleaned up. Found another dent here. Got a little bit there on that door. But basically I've got the whole car primered. Now it's just a matter of doing a little final sanding and picking up any little stuff like this that I'd missed. Hopefully we'll get that done today, and it'll just be sanding the thing with wet or dry sandpaper, and be able to paint it. Here's all the interior pieces. I've pretty much got them sanded. The valance there, it's been primed. Just about all of this is ready for some final sanding, and I'm getting close to painting this thing now. Well, we got an intermediate step here. I went around the car and used some filler primer on it and some little body putty, and painted this trunk here. Looks pretty good. And also did some of this tailpiece. Turned out real nice. But the main thing I was after was all of the trunk area and up to that window there. So this all looks pretty good. Nice and glossy. Of course, this will get another coat of paint, but I just wanted again, more of a test than anything to see what it was going to do. And this is the rear bumper. I went over it quite a bit, beat out the stuff, bonded it up, spot puttied it, shot it white. Looks pretty decent. Of course, I still got starting to move towards the final parts of the car. The inside of the hood's done. I'm going to do the doors, inside of the door jambs right now, and just sort of move on and trying to get the rest of this thing done. This bumper was a nightmare. First time primer wouldn't dry, then I bonded it. I was going to spray it with a black with some silver metal flake. It looked terrible, so I let it dry, and then I've just used a lot of glazing putty on it. We'll sand this off tomorrow, and then we'll paint this white. And I got another problematic stage. Here's part of the interior pieces with the blue. They turned out pretty nice. They're dust free right now. But I got some paint from Summit. I was going to paint the blue stripe here. I painted it, it wouldn't harden up. So I put hardener in it. And it didn't harden at all. It wasn't the right hardener, so what I did was just quick shoot blue paint over it. I wanted to sand it again. And you can see here there's 2 or 3 places I got a lump in here, and some Bondo pieces. These are drips of paint actually from the other primer, but I sprayed this morning and it's pretty hard, and the primer was still kind of tacky after a whole day. So I did, I just painted everything that I had put that primer on. I really didn't want to do that, but that's what I did. And you can see here this Rear fender's got a little. The door's pretty good.